Why do you want medals from the government?
Well, it's a very long story, but basically we want recognition from this government by the issue of a medal for those 4 years of convoys, a recognition for those that lost their lives and for those that were injured in one way or another and are still living or have died in this country. It's what we call a campaign. Indeed, it was a campaign separate. And Winston Churchill said it was a terrible journey, and we feel that we are entitled to an actual medal, not a little emblem which they say you can pin to your lapel of your jacket. And we've said, well, that means nothing, pinning it to the lapel of a jacket. Once our campaign started, we were informed that the Arctic convoys were included in the Atlantic Star. Now, the Barents Sea and the Norwegian Sea are about 800 miles north of the Atlantic. But if you go to the other end of the Atlantic, on the eastern end, the Mediterranean is a matter of about 5 miles. And the sea passes from one to the other on a regular basis.
Yeah.
But they're not included, or the campaigns of the Mediterranean are not included in the Atlantic Star. So why did they stretch their imagination to include the 2 northern seas?
Yeah,
now that is where our problem is. We've got to try and get them to separate the Arctic convoys from the Atlantic Star. Well, we claim that the MOD is exaggerating that cost, simply on the grounds that if they exaggerate it, the government won't agree to the medal. So, but we have inquired from a medal manufacturer what the cost would be, and it would be about £7 per medal. Our campaign started in 1997 when the government of that day, we made this application for a medal, but they were extremely difficult, very hesitant to talk to us, to explain anything to us. And one particular Minister for Veteran Affairs, Dr. Mooney, when he was asked, does he think that we should have a medal for the Arctic convoys, he said yes. Came across a Dr. Reid, who was the Minister for Defence. He could see there was a problem, and when we first met him in his office, he had an Admiral Wilkinson standing next to him, and he said to Admiral Wilkinson, I want this matter cleared up very quickly. And so Admiral Wilkinson cooperated with the campaign leaders, which was Commander Grenfell and myself, and we designed the emblem, which was a white star which represented the pole star, and a little red centre which was for Russia. And so about 6-8 months later it was produced, and it was presented to us. I had mine presented on board HMS Belfast, because HMS Belfast was very much involved in the Arctic convoys. Now, during that part of the campaign, Mr. Cameron and 4 other MPs saw Commander Grenfell down at Portsmouth at a meeting with Portsmouth News, and Mr. Cameron said that if the party got into power, then they would give us the medal that we're asking for. So after the presentation of the emblem, things quietened down until the Conservative government came into power. So Commander Grenfell started the campaign again on the grounds that, Mr. Cameron, you promised the medal. Now, where is it? So we started all over again. But Mr. Cameron decided that there was going to be a review of all medals, and I think it was in conjunction with this military covenant. Mr. Cameron had promised that we would be given the medal and the other campaigns would come under review, so it was separated. So to date we are waiting for the result of this review, because we understand that whatever Mr. Cameron said at that time, the Arctic Convoy campaign is joined with these others. So that's the situation at the moment.